Hi. Okay, so I'm here for this week's vlog. I'm going to try and get it done quickly because I just did it before and it took 22 minutes, so I couldn't load it up to YouTube. So we're going to try to get through it as quickly as possible so I can cover everything. If not, I might do a second one, but we will see how we go. So I had a couple of questions that people wanted answers to. The first one was about what supplements I take. So I take iron tablets and I take vitamin D tablets, but they're boring. The other supplements that I actually take are, the first one's called spirulina. It's an algae that's really high in protein, or iron, sorry. You can buy it as capsules, which is how I get it, or you can have it as powder, so you could throw it into your shakes and that. So that's the first one, so that's to help me increase my iron levels. The other one that I take is called maca. It's supposed to be really good for hair, skin and nails, but it also gives you energy. So not sure if I've noticed a difference, but taking it, who cares? So that was the first question. The second question was actually from Ruth, and it was about eat more to weigh less, which I've talked quite a bit about eat more to weigh less quite a while ago. And Ruth just really wanted my opinion on the low calorie diets to eat more to weigh less. My personal opinion is I think eat more to weigh less is pretty good for people that are at goal and are just trying to change their body composition. One of my biggest issues I have with their whole philosophy is that they say don't do cardio or only do it as a warm-up for 10 or 15 minutes. If you can build all the muscle in the world, but if you've got layers of fat over it, we ain't gonna see it. So I guess that was one of my issues always with it, because I'm a bit of a cardio girl. I do weights as well, but you've got to get rid of the fat first. You know, we don't have to get rid of it first, but you've got to be getting rid of it, you know. So personally, I don't think it will work well for most people who are overweight, and if you look through their forum, there are so many people that struggle with it. So I think it probably works well for a percentage of people, but not for most people. As to MyFitnessPal and its low calories or lower calories, my only issue with MyFitnessPal is their whole philosophy about eating back calories. I think it just does people's head in. It confuses the situation. If you're going to burn that many calories that you need to be eating back on a regular basis, then just set your calories a little bit higher. I would recommend for anyone who's 100 kilos or more, I would suggest eating about 1,800 calories. If you're under 100 kilos, I would suggest eating 1,500 calories and adjust from there. If you're like my starting weight, which was 173, I would probably even be trying to start at maybe 2,500. But nothing, you know, like on the Eat More to Weigh Less, they have people eating over 3,000 calories a day. No. Now, in relation to, Ruth also asked about, I've forgotten. No, I haven't. She asked about breaking a plateau. So the things that have worked for me, I did have a 7-month plateau when I was around 130 kilos. And 2 things worked for me there. I ate really, really clean. So prior to that, I was eating Subway a lot, probably 3 to 4 nights a week. I stopped eating that. I stopped eating microwave foods. I don't own a microwave specifically because I didn't want to have that temptation. So eat clean. And the other thing is to calorie cycle. So don't eat the same calories every day. If you want to get a calorie cycle guide, there's freedieting.com. They do it on there. Or if you Google, in Google, if you just type in Wendy, WENDIE, followed by the word plan, the very first link that comes up, that is what I use as my basis for when it came to calorie cycling. So they're the things that I would recommend. If you're already doing those things and you've tried them and they haven't helped, try some new foods. Try the balance of your foods. Try a couple of days with more carbs and then cut back on your carbs. or just throw in some new recipes, or try a different workout. Just go to a different gym class this week, or take a different route with your walk. So that's in relation to Ruth's question. I hope I've answered it. If not, let me know, Ruth, if you want more advice, and I will do something more. The next question was actually, I had 2 messages privately this week, today actually, and they were about, they were from some girls who are struggling. So they're struggling to get back on track. They had both lost some weight. One of them has tried very extreme things. So she's tried lately body trim, she's tried the shakes, she's tried clean eating. And what I would say to both of them, and to anybody who's really struggling to get back on track, is throw all the clean eating and the shakes and all the extreme stuff out the window. Let's just focus on staying under your calories or your Weight Watcher points. Simple. Have whatever you want for a week or 2, but stay under those calorie ranges. So if you want to, I still have chocolate most days. Fit your chocolate into your day. Try to eat good. Try to, have good breakfast, and take it meal by meal. So wake up in the morning and just try to have a good breakfast. If you are craving something, go have it, but make sure it fits in your calories. So if, for example, if you are craving a meat pie, maybe go get a pack of the party pies and eat just one. Don't eat them all unless you've got the calories for them or the points for them. So just try to go back to the basics of it all. Don't stress about it. Don't worry, if people say you shouldn't be eating that if you're trying to lose weight. Well, big deal. You're just trying to get some healthy habits at this point. And the first healthy habit is to eat under your points or calories. Once you've been doing that for a couple of weeks, then you can start to go, I'm not going to eat that anymore. But still have your treats. So I do think that we need to have our treats. And then if you're really good, like if you've gone through the week, if you start to go through the weeks, maybe once you've gone through a few weeks of doing really good, have a treat meal once a week. Don't go nuts. You just have one meal. Don't have an entree. You don't have a dessert. If you're doing calories, track it as 600 calories and work it into your day. Just have one meal. So I do that on Saturday nights. I have pasta. Whatever pasta I feel like. I just have one serve of pasta. So it's usually carbonara. I don't have garlic bread. I don't have chocolate mousse after it. I don't have any of that jazz. I just have that one meal. I track it as 600 calories. And that's the end of the story. But I only do it once a week. And don't go nuts. Don't go for the 5 kilo steak, I get a free t-shirt kind of thing. Or don't go to a smorgasbord and go back for 5 helpings. Go to a smorgasbord and you get 1 plate of food. Whatever you want on there, you can have. But you don't top it up so that it's this high and whatever. So that would be one of the first things that I would suggest. And some of the girls were also saying how they're not feeling good about themselves, and they don't have time for themselves, and they don't have time to join gyms, and they don't have money for personal trainers and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's really important. There's the underlining issue, is that the issue isn't the weight loss. The issue is that they're not feeling good about themselves. So we need them to feel good about themselves. So the things that I made a list of things that don't cost money that you could do. So you could, and they're probably pretty obvious, but you could, and the first thing I would say also is have a chat to your partner and ask them to give you half an hour each day or each second day for yourself. And you go lock yourself in a room and that's yours. So presuming that you can do that and your partner is very nice and does help you out with that, and maybe even suggest to them that they have half an hour as well. So use for an hour, one goes off for half an hour, then the next half hour the partner goes off. So some of the things that you could do is you could read a book, you could have a bubble bath, go for a walk, you could go bake some healthy snacks. Don't bake snakes, bake some healthy snacks. Go watch a sitcom. play a board game or card game with your kids or your partner. Play on the computer, so go play some games in Facebook or something, or do whatever you enjoy doing on computer, or go read some blogs. So there are some things to just do to just make you feel a little bit better about yourself. The other thing that you could do, if you have got a little bit of money that you could spend as a once-off, go buy a Fitbit. Like, they're really motivating. Like, I'm so impressed with them. The Ultra one is on special at the moment at Harvey Norman for $100. That's the one that tracks everything. Or you can get the Zip, which is $69.99. And that actually tracks your steps, how many kilometers you've walked and how many calories you burn. So there's some things too. And they're really good because they have badges, so you work towards badges and things like that. So they're really motivating in that sense. The other thing I was going to say is we need to change this from our focus is on weight loss. I know weight loss is important. I'm not saying it's not, but do you know what? If you get sick, if you get a condition, or if you get a disease, you are going to be able to fight those things much better if you eat well and you exercise. You know, food and exercise are one of the greatest medicines. You know, it's going to cost you more in the long run if you're having to get antibiotics or diabetes medication or whatever all the time. So do this. It will save you some money in the end. It will probably save you some grief. And if you do get ill, and we all are going to get ill at some point, it will actually enable you to actually fight those kind of diseases better. And the other thing I was going to say, as most know, I lost my mum recently. And something Jillian said, and also my doctor said to me, and I think it's really, really good point. If you lose someone, if you're going through something like that, or you have lost someone, whether it's 10, 20, 30 years ago or some point in your life, the best way to honour that person that has passed on is to live your best life, to make them proud of the life that you are living. So, and even if you haven't lost someone, live your best life. You know, we can't take life for granted, and we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow or next week. But you know, today in this moment, you have the ability to be happy, and you have the ability to go to bed feeling good about yourself tonight. And it's all up to those choices that we make. So make some good choices. I'm going to next weekend have a brag post on the Facebook page. So everyone try and have a good week. Doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be better than last week. So try and have a good week. I will leave the post, and then I just want people to have a little brag about what they did that was good, or what they enjoyed doing, or just about their week. So it's not about weight loss at all. It's just about, oh, I didn't have Coke this week, or whatever the case may be. So that's it. I'm hoping I have got this short enough so that I can upload it to YouTube. So have a good week. Be kind to yourself. We're all good people, and we all deserve a good life, so make the most of it. And I think that's about it. So till next time, don't forget, questions. You can send them privately via the Facebook group. Send them privately via my private Facebook group. If you want to add me, it's Karyn, Karyn. Surname is Colley, Colley. I'll add anyone who's interested in weight loss to it. And yeah, send me a message on the Facebook group or privately, and I will add you. I will do those questions. Okay, so till next time, bye.